ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new review. Behind us is the new Tesla Model Y Juniper. This is the new facelift with a new design. Now behind us is the Quicksilver color with a black premium interior, and this is the all-wheel drive long range version. So we're going to be detailed in this video. I'm going to make a separate night tour of the new Model Y Juniper, and there's already live on the channel point of view driving with no talking, and I'll make a night point of view driving with review some of my impressions, how it feels on the road, and a separate range test from Zagreb to Zadar, around 300-kilometer trip, mixed terrain, a little bit flat area, a little bit mountains, and see from mainland to coast how this performs range-wise. So without further ado, let's just jump into this detailed review. Here's the new beautiful Model Y Juniper. Now you saw the turn signals, and the new design on the front and rear is inspired by the new Cybertruck. Now we have here the Quicksilver color, and it looks gorgeous. It's closest one to that I personally love, the original Model 3, the silver. It was just more lighter color. Hopefully maybe Tesla will in the future bring that back. Now let's talk about specs here. We have the, as mentioned, dual motor, so all-wheel drive. Altogether this is 514 horsepower. 0 to 100 is in 4.8 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Now this has 75 kilowatt hour usable battery, that's net. It should give you by WLTP around 568, if I remember correctly, kilometers of range, or in reality around 400-ish. It really depends on your driving style. I will do a range test to test that and see how this performs in real life. Now it's a 400 volt architecture, no vehicle to load, AC 11 kilowatts, DC 250 kilowatts. Sometimes it's like 260 on the V3 and V4 supercharger, and this is the classical NCM chemistry from LG. Now technical details out of the way, let's dive into this beautiful car and the new design. Now this is a little bit lower for better aerodynamics, and it's a lower air drag for this SUV specifically. Now let's check out the details here. You can see the new Quicksilver color. There's a little sun coming on, so you can see that as well. In a different light, we have here the RL. So these are the daytime running lights on the top, and then the main headlight is at the bottom. This is the matrix. You can see the lens. It also turns in the bend when you move the steering wheel. Really cool looking. Now this one is the turn signal, but also during the day this is white, and then this is not full brightness. It changes the brightness depending on the light. If it's sunny, this is going to be white, and this is going to be like a really not too bright white. But then if it's cloudy, this is going to be more brighter LED bar, so I guess other cars and pedestrians can see you better. Now a closed design, since this is an EV, obviously no Tesla badge in western part of the world anymore, only for China. And we finally have the front camera, wide lens. Now this one has a washer on the front. On the rear there's no washer. Not sure why they didn't add that. Maybe something for improving in the future. There's flaps here that open up for the bottom air intake for AC and battery management for the temperature. This is unpainted black. It's nice if you scrape here, you don't have to repaint the bumper, and this is of course stretching around to the rear end. Now performance will probably have a different lip, but this is cool. We have this air tunneling on the side, so on the Model 3 Highland you need to go for the performance to get this design, because it sucks the air here, not here. Now let's back up here. Check out the front of the car. Now I haven't turned on the car because the LED bar is just flickering on the camera, but it does look really nice in person. And what else to say here? Now huge thanks to Tesla finally giving me a press car for a few days so I can do a proper test. Now beautiful design, and I think it was 17 centimeters ground clearance here. And here you can see the 19-inch alloys. These are 5-spoke. This light gray is a hubcap that's just a cover. I like the design, I gotta say, and it's supposed to be less air drag. They are using quieter tire, and I think these alloys are lighter compared to the ones you had on the Legacy. So these are 255/45 R19, and again, this is the alloy beautiful 5-spoke. I'm going to cut in a picture. And also we have a new front control arms. They're much more softer. We have new shocks, and the springs are still a bit stiffer, but these are much more comfortable, and the ride comfort is so much better than the previous Legacy Model Y. Now you can see the plastic protection. You should maybe get a PPF for that part because the hips are a bit stretched outside. Now side repeaters, more or less the same design, but higher resolution cameras. Now there is a little detail on the side mirrors. Let me just unlock the car. Still press it there. So this is the new design here, and this is supposed to reduce the air whistling around here, so there's better soundproof in the car as well. They've used sound dampening in the A-pillars, roof liner, and the doors to reduce the noise in the cabin. Now a Model 3 Highline is a bit lower, and it's quieter. This one's a bit taller, but still for the Model Y, big improvement. Now here's the VIN number. I know it's cloudy, but there's a speaker bar, and we have textile inside, but we're going to check that from the inside. Now on the top here we have 3 cameras, wide lens, narrow lens, and a normal lens. So this is for the autopilot, of course. You also have this heaters here to defrost that in the winter, and we have the light sensor. Still no rain sensor. Tesla is using those cameras. They're working better now than before, but still I would maybe prefer that sensor, which isn't that too expensive. Double laminated front windshield and double laminated panoramic roof. Now the panoramic roof has this new coat, metal coat. It ends here. There's this little piece inside that's not covered, and apparently this is not fully covered to have better reception because this layer is blocking some of the signals. There's also here marking, not sure if the camera is picking this up. There's a marking for the roof rack mounts. You can see this arrow. Now this residue here is from car wash. You can just spray some VW40 on a paper towel and wipe this off. It's going to be clean. It's not going to damage it, and you can fix that. Here you can see we have auto dimming and heated side contrasting mirrors. Now if I back up, there's a diesel car behind me. You can see the beautiful silhouette. Now this is 40 centimeters longer now, and that's why you have a little bit more leg room and more headroom, because this is going a bit further before going downwards. Tinted windows on the back, and these are double laminated glass, of course. You can see the new camera on the B pillar, and it's a little bit stretched towards here like an egg, so for a better angle. Now this is a single glazed glass, as you can see, and this one as well. Those are the only two that are not double glazed. Now on the back here you can see the rear charge port. You have the cat eye, and these light up when the car is turned on. You can touch here. So this is the AC charging, or type 2 in Europe, and then combined CCS2 connector for DC charging. Again, no vehicle to load unfortunately, but 11 kilowatts and 250 is declared, but I've pulled up to 260 in some cases. Now here is the back end. So you saw the car locked itself, but I will inside turn it on to show you the back end. Now as you can see here, we have the spoiler, and this part is now aluminum. It's separated because if you get rear-ended, this bumper is a little bit sticking out. So hopefully this is stiff. It will stop the impact, and maybe only the top will be damaged, so it's easier to replace it instead of replacing the whole fifth door. There's also a new Bluetooth sensor here for your app to work better when you come close. Let's check out the back end. So we have this new Lexus style, sort of transparent LED taillights. Now this is a popular trend in car industry at the moment. This is the stoplight, and this is a long turn signal, as you saw, and then we have for the position rear light, indirect LED bar on the top here. It's currently off. I will turn it on a bit later, but you can see it reflects at this, which has a little texture. And then we have here the Tesla. You can see the rear camera, so it doesn't have that shield for the droplets, but we'll see if it rains, if this is going to be an issue. And again, it would be cool to have that washer nozzle, but it's not there. Now you can see here the dual motor badge, and license plate is now mounted at the bottom. It used to be on the top here. It's a personal taste, but I think this is fine as well. You can see here cat eyes, and these are reverse lights. There are little lights behind this that turn on red when the tailgate is open, because this is connected to the tailgate. And you can mount a tow winch, and we have this new diffuser design, so it's a little bit more sportier looking with this piece stretching out. Now just a look. Now no spoiler, but this is looking like a spoiler, but the performance will have probably a dedicated one. You can see the LED bar now came on when I opened the car, and you can see those red lights as I mentioned. Now I'm a 2 meter tall person, that's 6.6 in feet. This opens nice and tall. Now you can see, you can program the height of this if you have a lower garage. Just hold the closing button until you hear a confirmation sound, and you can program a lower or taller setup. You can also see the indirect LED light, but again, I will leave it on once I get in the car. And now we have a very spacious, I'm going to type in the liters, cargo space. It's amazing. Now we have this cover. This is soft, and then this is textile, so you can put it like that, so you can see the access is amazing. They've added textile here, just like on the Highland Model 3. This is flat. There's loads of extra storage room here. Now this is a European AC charging cable. I think this one's longer, 10 meters, but it has extra weight. So if you're not using this, if you're charging only at home, you should maybe take it out so you would have less consumption. There's a fire extinguisher here, but you can see the perspective of how much depth you have here. So this can fit at least a carry-on and so on. There's a first aid here, emergency triangle, and a reflective vest. And here, quick look. This is now a paid option. It used to be free with a car. This is for the German Schuko, or the European 2-plug travel charger that most people use at home. This is up to 3 kilowatts. You can get the red adapter for 7.5. So with this one, you can charge the car in 2 nights on a cheap tariff, or with a blue one, you can up to 7.5 charge the whole car overnight during the cheap tariff. With a red one, doesn't support this, but that will be 11 kilowatts. Now there's a second option here, as you can see that. And let me just return this back underneath here. Once again, you can see the space. Now we have deep pockets. You can see that's quite deep here. There's anchor points on all 4 sides. There is a 12-volt outlet on the left. On the right, it's more or less plain. They've added this soft touch materials to reduce the sound or the booming on the back. Also, we have here powered seats. Look at the front seat, is moving away, so it's not in the way. If I press the other one, you can see that. So clever, very clever Tesla. And here you can see, now we can take this off. So I can store this up here. So they've added this space, right? So this is here. This is flush, by the way. When you put it down, you can see it on the sides a little bit, but this is the enormous space. It's a great car if you want to sleep inside as well. So you can see the back here. So very practical for camping and for sleeping. You can control the seats from the small screen and from the big screen inside. Now I will add this back on the top, so just to push that back. Okay, so just unfold this. Now this is magnetic and it snaps into position. I think it's snapped, so you can see there's a little extra room you can tilt down. I'm gonna leave it on the top so you can see that from the back when it's on. Let's hear the closing sound. So you can hear the mechanism, but it's good, more or less. So again, back end, beautiful Model Y. You can see it now when it's cloudy. Just this color is gorgeous looking. Okay, finally, let's move to the front end of the car and hear the opening and closing sound. So improved, especially the back doors. We have still the same handles. You pull, the window drops down, and then you open. Now, these open the same, fairly wide. The doors go all the way down, so that's good because there won't be too much water there. After a car wash, double laminated and tinted on the back from factory. Now they improved this latch system, so it has a better closing sound. It sounds excellent. Now let's check the materials. We have here softly padded leather, Alcantara on the long range all-wheel drive version with a premium interior. Otherwise you get this textile, and on the top you get textile, and you also get ambient lights. These are different from the Model 3 Highline, which stretches all the way to the end, but it has this rubberized material, so just watch out if you have pets so they wouldn't scratch this, specifically maybe dogs. Here you can see all padded. This is covered by leather. This is fully automatic. This is the max down. It's still sticking. I would prefer it was completely down, personally. Opening button, we have the speaker and pocket. Now here you pull this out in case of emergency. You pull this and then you unlock the car if in case you're in an accident and the battery shuts off or for some reason this doesn't work. Okay, now let's come a little bit down here. This was in textile before. We have a nice depth unlike the Model 3 here. And let's check out the seats. We have here nice leatherette. It was really durable in the Model 3 I have. And yes, I'm a Model 3 owner. And here you can see perforated leather. Now you can knock down the seats by pressing here, and that's really practical. So you don't have to play with that. You can see this one goes out of the way and comes back. And you can see here, this goes slightly up if you're sleeping in the car, but you can put like a mattress inside, and you can see very big and spacious. You can see the top and the difference. Now just press here. This will come back to the original position. And you can tilt that, as you can see, so you can see the difference. Now headrest is height adjustable. So you have 2 levels. Let's hop in. Now, good feet room. I was sitting on the front. I have plenty of knee room and very comfy seats in general. Now here you can see the display on the back. I'm going to turn it off, but you can adjust this. You can see here this will move. A little delay, but it moves. Now you have the time, temperature outside. You have heated seats on the back, so no ventilated are only at the front. You can fold the rear. You can control the front, which is practical if you have a child seat behind the front passenger. You can here play some music. Increase the volume. So that's that. You can here watch apps like YouTube, Netflix, and so on. You have also Tesla tutorials. You here have games for the kids on the back. You can connect Bluetooth headphones, so all the good features. And they have 2 USB-Cs for their mobile devices to be charged. Now, front seats, nice and smooth leatherette. This is covered by leather now. Have this pockets, premium looking. The seats are a bit stiffer than the Legacy, but still comfortable enough. So there is enough room to squeeze a third person. So regarding space, great. You can pull here. There's the armrest, and you have 2 cup holders, the rubber mat, and 2 bubbles. This headrest can extend as well. It's a bit longer. You can press on the side to just lower it. This one also goes up. Press on the side to lower it. But for some reason, these are height adjustable, but these are not. Not sure why. They're also missing depth as well. Back on the back end here, you can see this is a bit lowered. It is not on this level. So when this is on, there's a lack of space regarding height. So it'd be nice if this was a bit taller. But also, since they've lowered this, why didn't they lower the windows so you can see better? Because you're gonna see from the front, this is quite narrow view behind from the middle mirror on the front driver position. You can see the small window in there, and the doors looking very nice. Okay, here they've added this, so there's more head space, so it's not flat like that. And there is that, again, layer that's not covered for signals to pass. Here you have this shirt hooks. These are touch lights. You can see it was less bright when I pressed it. Now it's on and then off. So that's that. These are touch lights. Once again, here close up. It's brighter now and off. And these are nicely rubberized from the inside. These are height adjustable, of course. And let's hear the closing sound. Good closing sound. The AC went off. But let me show you the headspace here. Again, 2 meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet. I can straighten out my back. I can straighten out my neck. Now I could, let me find this. I could go a little bit forward, but still I'm touching the glass roof. Now if the driver was faster over speed bumps, I would hit the top, which wouldn't be very nice because it's a glass roof. But otherwise I have loads of headspace. Again, the car is a bit stretched, so there's more leg room as well. So a thumbs up for Tesla for that. You can see the screens when they're off, and the front. You can see the banner roof. Now let's get on the front. As soon as you open the door, as you can see, everything comes to life. Now also what Tesla has improved are these seals as well, so you can see that. And just to prove this is a single glazed glass, same as this one. You can see the difference clearly between double laminated and a single layer glass. Let's hear the front. I think the rear doors actually sound better in this case. Now also double laminated front glass, as I've mentioned, same materials, bigger pockets here. We have the speaker. This is metal finish. This is also metal finish only on the premium interior, and here is the opening. Now all powered windows and emergency opening. Now this is only an emergency because the window won't come down. If you use the emergency, it will force through this, so you might damage the windows. So try not to use the emergency opening, use the button. Now there's this reflector there, and I've mentioned this. It would be really cool if this would turn to red color, just for the oncoming traffic to know that, you know, the doors are open. Here you can see VIN number, weight, and so on. You can see the tire pressure info right there. Model Y aluminum doorstep. Carpets, I would get maybe all-weather floor mats. The ones from Tesla weren't really good for my Model 3. I would recommend 3WV Autolife. These are from UK. Check them out. I did a detailed review. Not too expensive, easy to clean. There's also an option with carpets as well. You can see the paddles, and you can see here this is nice and tall. Now back and forward, all powered seats on the front. This knee area goes up, the whole seat goes up, and the tilt also is electronic, plus a lumbar only for the driver. Unfortunately, Tesla hasn't returned that for the front passenger. Hopefully they will do that. And seats are again leatherette, perforated, ventilated on the front, and looking good. You can also option the white interior if you want that. We still have the stock here for the turn signals and view at the top. Now let's jump inside. Before we do that, let me just show you here. So you can see it's resonating here. They've added some soundproofing inside. It's starting to slightly rain, so I'm just gonna hop in and hopefully it won't rain too heavy. Good closing sound. Now, let me switch to wireless. I already uploaded point of view driving, one with the comments, but I will do a detailed night point of view driving and summon all of my impressions, how this really feels after a little bit more kilometers behind the wheel. Now let's zoom back in. Okay, steering wheel is familiar from the Model 3 Highland. They've swapped the buttons because the Model 3 doesn't have the turn signal stock, so they've added here turn signals. In this case, the Model Y has long beam wipers. This is still for the volume, press to mute, press for the autopilot, adjust the speed on the side distance. We have the voice assistant and shortcut for the cameras, which is great for parking. Now, leatherette is on the smooth side, but it has a nice grip. It's a 3-spoke steering wheel. I like the new design, and that's the hunk. We have the new leathers on Tesla, no badge anymore. Now it saved the dash cam there. You heard the little sound. Now these look very elegant, but they're different, slightly different feeling when you press them on. You still have the side repeater camera. So to cancel, just press again in the same direction. And I'm really sad that they didn't add a stock for the, automatic. It's just more practical and something we're used to. But in this car, you press the brake and then you can go forward. Usually down is drive and up is reverse. But in this case, reverse is backwards and upwards or front is up, reverse is down. So that's the difference. I think when I open the door, it's going to tell me here, close the door, which is cool. Also, this is nice and soft, but it was before. Here we have same dash, nicely padded, covered by leather and nice stitching, like the Model 3. Now here you have textile, because you have it here, but Alcantara again is here. Now they've added option, you can order this in Alcantara and swap it if you really want that. You can see the speaker bar. There's another speaker here, and there's a little light like in the Model 3 Highland to show you someone is in your blind spot. Now, beautiful display. I'm going to come back to it. We have 2 wireless chargers. These charge your phone pretty fast, which is good. Alcantara inside, leatherette, and here we have the same as in the Model 3. Very deep storage room. There is a cold light. There is a 12-volt outlet. You can add here a cubby, and then here you have 2 cup holders, are adjustable and with rubber mat. It doesn't come out, so you'll have to just with a wet towel clean it out. Here you can see this is soft, but not super soft, maybe a little bit on the stiff side, but you can still push your finger in. The armrest goes up here, and you can see there's some room inside, so this goes in. There's a 1 USB-C only here. I don't think there's a light there, but I'm gonna see that in the night review. I haven't actually, wait, there is a light I can see. So, and you can see this, so that's that. Let me just open the glove box. So it's same as in the Model 3 Highland. The only USB-A is inside. We have the little USB for Sentry recordings or dash cam, and we have the cold light inside. This one is magnetic, so these are the magnets, and it will snap. It's kind of loud when it closes. Okay, I've kind of get it here, so it wasn't that, but look at this. Yeah, sometimes it sounds so loud, I don't know. It feels now like it's not super loud. Okay. Again, a bit stiffer than the legacy seats, but quite comfy. Okay, on the top, We have auto dimming mirror. You can see it behind, and it's a bit narrow, but you have great resolution cameras for parking. Now there's a wider lens here, slightly wider and bigger resolution, and here you have the hazards and touch lights. There are also, as you can see here, if I press the brake, so there are park, reverse, neutral, drive. If I just go to drive and I want to press P, you can see now they came on. It's in drive. You can press P and it went to park. So that is that. This is nice and soft. They've added textile here, also helps in the soundproof. Behind this there's like a sponge to reduce noise on highway speeds. And here we have a Same Beauty mirror. Ladies love this. This is magnetic, and this is one of the rare cars that stretches. It covers the whole thing. You can do it like this, you can tilt it, so it is perfect. A bit longer than in the Model 3, but great. Okay, headroom for a 2-meter tall person or 6.6 in feet, again, no problem. Now regarding this new finish, it doesn't help too much, but it is slightly better. But still, if you're in really hot countries where summers are super hot, I would advise you maybe to add another tint, or your choice. I think we covered everything. Yes, so let's dive into the screen. Now I'm at 72%. If you press on the percentage, you can see the kilometers. Now the Raisin has this view. The Intel has this classical, so we still have it. You can see the LED bar, you can see the rear. Now if I press the brakes, I would personally love this to be the signature and then the big indirect light to be a stoplight, but that's me. And if I go here, if I turn on the lights and come back, you can see these are the main lights, so that's that. I will show you the car from the exterior just to wrap it up. Here you can open and close the power tailgate from the driver position. You can also do that with the charge port. You can lock and unlock the car on the top. You can add here different drivers, and you can open the frunk, but you need to close it manually. Let's play some music for you. So you can use this one, or here for the passenger. I can't play for too long not to get a copyright strike, but this is amazing sound. It's a premium sound. Apparently in the North America, the standard range has, or they're just Model Y now, the premium sound, but in Europe you don't. The base sound system is also good. I've covered the base Model Y, also very detailed review on Barcelona Auto Show, so do check that out. Tire pressure, here you have power consumption. I was on the highway in my day when we were driving 17 kilowatts, came down to 13 when I was going home. So I think it's more power efficient on low speeds on the highway. We're going to see actually if it's better. I think it's very similar to the legacy one when I do a range test. AC controls are still the same, but now it has this feature to like go left and right for both front seats. You have the biohazard filter. I've noticed there's no fan speed. There's just like low, medium, and high, but there's no like numbers, so that's weird. You can engage the rear defrost. You have here cooled and heated seats. I personally don't like the cooled seats, but that's just me. And you can turn off the climate there. I think actually if you remove the auto, then yeah, you can control now that. Okay, so that makes sense. Maybe people who don't have a Tesla won't immediately figure that out. You can push this like this, hide that there. So I'm going to cut in how the FSD looks, at least the visualization. Now here the quick controls. You can adjust the side mirrors, the tilt angle. You can fold the mirrors and memorize a location if you have a garage. You can control the steering wheel with the little scroll button. You have here dash cam and so on. Use the car wash mode. It's gonna close the air vent for the AC so the water doesn't get in. Keep your lights on automatic. Acceleration, chill, or standard. This is reduced to like 300-ish horsepower. This is the full 500-ish. And the acceleration, you can reduce the braking now. I would advise doing that and braking with your brake to burnish the rust, because if you don't drive your car longer, there will be rust forming on your discs and brake pads. So do that. Now this is an option. When I got the car, they removed that. We have that now. Steering be light, heavy, or standard. Trailer mode. Now this is automatic auto shift. I turned it off because it's not perfect, so I would not use that personally. But it's something you can use. Charging, as you can see, this is the long range, so it doesn't have the LFP battery. That's why it has daily or trip. You can control the amps here. Now this is a feature they removed and brought back. You can keep power on for the USBs if you're a cab driver. This one has the full self-driving. That's why it says here auto steer beta. But it's like 7,500 euros. It's really not worth it in Europe. In North America, it's a different story, but still, I think it's way too expensive for a car software that's not tied to you as a driver. So if you buy a new Tesla, it doesn't switch to that new Tesla. It's tied to the specific car. Yeah, I'm not sure everyone's willing to pay for a used car that much. So yeah, regarding resale value, not sure if it's worth it or not. Speed limit zone chim off. That's an annoying thing. There's a speed limit here. Before on autopilot, you can press it to adjust the speed to that speed limit. Now you can just press to mute the audio warning when you're going over the speed limit. It's a mandatory thing in Europe. Apparently you can turn it off. I believe you can turn everything off, but maybe Tesla doesn't want to do that because they're breaking the law in that case. You have options here. Adaptive headlights, that's for the Matrix as well. Doom lights are on the top. Now we have the footwell lights, and we have here ambient lights. You can change these so you can see red, yellow. I'm really not sure why Tesla didn't add this in 2021. I wish my car had this, but it doesn't. It's a nice feature. You can control the brightness manually now. Before, when they've launched it in the Model 3, it would dim when you were driving, so now they've added that. Seats, you can control the driver's seat from the front, but if someone's sitting, you won't be able to use that. You can lock the rear if you have kids. You can fold the rear seat. You can stop it. So it's really practical because of this. Display option. You have a dark theme. Look at this. And it looks great, by the way. Again, you can see how cool is this. And but if you are on automatic setting, like this one, you know, it's daylight and it will stay on a light theme. But when it comes to getting through the tunnel, legacy cars switch to dark theme. And it makes sense because this is still, even if the brightness is lowered, it's still shooting in your eyes. It's light. If you're in a tunnel or if you're in an underground garage or covered garage, this should switch to night theme. So Tesla, please, if you're watching, do that. Please update that. I'm waiting for 4 years now to get that feature. Also, this car doesn't have front fog lights. The legacy Model Y and 3 did. Most cars have, when you use a turn signal, it turns on that side fog light, and it cancels itself with a steering. But if you are reversing, the fog lights come on, and if you are going into a bend, the side you're going to, fog light comes on. It's a great feature when you're outside the city, when it's dark. I think a lot of people drive this car in the United States where they don't have public street lights, and that would be a really cool feature for safety wise. So Tesla, if you're watching, please add this to updates list. You can see all of this here. So those are some of the features. Power off, safety power off. In case your car starts smoking, it's a rare occasion, but you should do this. It might prevent the fire. But if the fire started, I guess it's too late. But this is the way to turn off the car if you're doing any upgrades, and this is the way to power down the car. Joe mode is for the kids. It's going to reduce the sound on the back if you have kids. There's also lower volume if you're reversing, and so on. If you want to disable the front, you can do it that way. Service, keep your tire pressure to recommended. So you can see all of that. There's a battery health, but you need to use the AC charger. Model Y long range dual motor, full self-driving computer 4th generation, AMD Ryzen. Maybe in 2026 this will find a 5G. It would actually be cool if Tesla was using Starlink for satellite connection instead of local. But when it's cloudy like this, I've heard that Starlink connection speed kind of drops. Maybe not this weather, but it's like really bad weather, then it just reduces the speed. But I think this would be still fine for most cases. And here you can see advanced. I would just use the advanced updates, get updates faster. Navigation, you can mute or unmute that. Third-party charging stations, now you can add that. Trip computer, you can see here, top 20, 19. So that's that. I will again do a range test. Wi-Fi, you can connect, you can turn this on. When you put it to drive, let me see. Oh, it's on. And my Tesla Model 3 just goes off and I have to reconnect. Okay, so these are the rear cameras, and look at the side mirrors. I go up, so you can adjust those as well. These are the new cameras. Let me just put it to park. You just press P to park. I'm going to use this one to show the cameras. High resolution. Now this is the front one. Look at this. I can use the sprinkler to clean it off, which is a cool thing. Press here. You can see the rear camera. Now on Legacy Model Y, this is the opposite. It's like the front camera here. So these are the bottom, reverse camera is on the top. But the new software update will switch these, and for me this makes more sense that these are like that and this one's on the bottom. I hope they will do this for the Legacy Model 3 as well. I like that. Now, for the turn signals, if you use a turn signal, well, if the cameras are on, you can see that this one, you can move it actually here and here if you're new to Tesla, so that's a feature. You can completely take it off if you don't want that feature. So that's that. And just to come here, we were at navigation, trips, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You can connect your phone and add keys to the locks here, or key card or key fob. You just press here to add key. Okay, this is shortcut to it. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, delivery status. Tesla would just add in their database that this car is delivered, but it's a press car, so that's still there. Okay, apps are at the bottom. You can hold here and then reorient these apps or just change them. You can switch this one here if you're using it more frequently. And here you have all these apps. You can drag these however you like. Regarding sound, you have all these sources. They've added YouTube Music, Amazon Music, Apple Music, and so on. I'm sure they're going to add in the future more. And you can control here the tone, balance. So the sound in this car is generally amazing. One of the best car sounds. Now here you have map, and here you have the map. You can press here. You have now weather forecasts. Hopefully I will finish before this rain comes. But great feature available on all cars. Here you can tap to zoom in or zoom out. You can remove the satellite view if you go to a dark theme. So this is how that looks. I do prefer satellite, but it is a paid option. Display auto, and on the bottom here you have languages and of these units. You can see here traffic and points of interest. Here you can set up a home, so if you just swipe on the side, if you set it up home, it will directly start navigating there. Here you have favorites, charging, so you can see the supercharger network. You can see the third-party Ionity now, so that's that. You can see these. Tesla will expand the supercharger network in Croatia. I will go from Zagreb to Zadar for a range test, so we'll see that. This video is getting longer, so I will maybe start a wrap up here. Let's see here, Zagreb supercharger. You can now see the price here as well. When you press on the battery, it pops up the battery. Then you have your last charging session, which is here not shown at the moment. If you navigate now to the third party, so if you're going to Ionity, it will precondition the battery, same as Tesla supercharger. And this is another thing I would really love if Tesla would just update. It's showing a speed camera here, and it's playing a chimp sound for that. But when I turn off the navigation, it doesn't show it. It should be by default showing us speed cameras, and when you're coming close to one, just notify you it's there. Also, if you have the full self-driving, you have this little button, so the car will navigate on ramp, off ramp, and then disengage, or maybe in the city. I haven't tested it yet, but we'll do that in my range test. I think I've covered most of the stuff here. You can see your range, consumption-wise. There's a lot of things here. Customize. Here you can customize the color of the vehicle. You can just add a different color your heart desires. If you put a PPF on your car, there's a light show, farts, microphone lock sound. You can have, well, you can play like current sound of the radio on the outside speaker and so on. And there's just plenty of that. I'm pretty sure you saw that. Well, guys, if you're stuck in your Tesla because it's heavy rain and you forgot your umbrella, so you have to wait it out, you can get cozy if it's cold outside. You just turn on the fire, and you can see it switches to nice warm ambient lights, and it's starting to heat from the AC, so you're nice and cozy in your Tesla. Also good for camping and games as well. You can use a wireless PS5 controller, for example, or any other one, Logitech, via USB-C, so you can play games while charging. So it's pretty cool. Beach Buggy Racing 2, you can play with a steering wheel as well. It's pretty cool for the kids as well. And you have now zoom. I don't think I've missed anything. You can control the rear display here. You can lock the rear display if you don't want your toddlers, I mean not toddlers, but like younger kids playing with it if they're just annoying, you know, sometimes trying to piss you off, if they're having a bad day, and so on. Phone connection, if you connect to Bluetooth, of course, excellent sound. By the way, the Bluetooth is a new generation, so for your app, it's going to work better. It's on the rear left side bumper, so when you come close, I'm not sure if Tesla has the way with your foot, or I think when you approach the back, the tailgate might open. There's a feature for that, I think. I forgot. So let me just show you here. You can open and close. So when you're closing, you can pause for some reason. So that's that. So in case there's something, an obstacle, you can just pause. You can actually see it through, but you can pause not to hit something if you haven't programmed the lowered height. Okay. Let me turn the hazards on. Let me turn the lights on. I hope it's not raining. And I will open the frunk. There are some droplets, but I think we're fine to wrap up the video. This is again red. You can see the indirect light, and you can see the turn signals. I would also like Tesla to add a feature so you can maybe switch to dynamic turn signals. Since they're so long, it's a good potential. And at night, I'm going to do a night tour. There's a shadow red here. Now you can see the side repeater there, and the camera does look very red. Maybe when the car is on, I don't know, it's just a reflection. Here you can see, this is, I know, flickering, it's horrible. You can see those. And This is the frunk space. So they've added a washer fluid closer, toe opening button. It's illuminated. You can now drain if you have ice here, so that's easier to clean. And these shocks, in case you hit a pedestrian, pop the bonnet to reduce an impact of a pedestrian regarding at least head. So this is a lot safer than hitting the windshield. You can see the LED bar again flickering on the camera only. I will switch that off, and starting to rain, so I will wrap it up, and that's that. Again, for the wipers, it's a shame there's no wiper on the rear, but that's that. And then here you can just use the scroll button and hold for washer fluid. That's that. I think this is probably the most detailed review online. So check the video description for technical details once again. And you can see the alleys are still prone to curb rash, so careful there when you're parking. So here are the lights where they're not flickering as much. You can see how beautiful the daytime running light bar looks. And these are the headlights on. Okay guys, a little demo of self-parking and point of view. So you can see here, if I go forward, how Tesla visualization shows you 3D stuff and 3D markings. Now, unfortunately, there's still no bird eye view. I would really appreciate that. Now, for demo purpose, I will park on this spot. So just a close-up there. You press here. It's blue now. And you press start on the top. So you move your hands. You can keep your hands close or your foot close to the brake, but the car will do this by itself. So this is part of the FSD or the Advanced Autopilot you can purchase as a package. I'm not sure if I would need all the options. Don't worry, I won't stay on the handicap. It's just a demo. I will leave. But you can see how this works. It's pretty solid. Now what I would personally like for Tesla is maybe to offer this as a, let's see how it parked. So it's fairly okay. To maybe offer this individually, just if you want this, so you can purchase that individually, so you don't have to get the whole package. Or if you want the dumb summon, so just via app going back and forward, I would like to have that option. Maybe as a separate thing I can purchase, or in case if you want the smart summon. So if you're standing over there and you want the car to come to you because it's raining and you're in the covered area, that would be something that would be nice, instead of just forcing users to pay for the whole package, which is not in the price range for everyone. Also, by the way, you can see here the markings. Now the U-turn is better. It's shorter now on Tesla, at least on the Model Y. But look at this. If you're going back reverse, this isn't really correct. So pay attention because your hips are wider, so not to hit something. They haven't really fixed that, but maybe that's something they should work on. And I will just switch to wide lens just to show you when you're driving. It's a really nice and quiet car now, and softer suspension. So you can see the autopilot or the FSD visualization. Now they added a little glow here. My car doesn't have that. I wish they would add that in the new software update. It's reserved for the model Y Juniper and 3 Highland, but you can see the traffic around you, so it's great. You can press here to mute the new pesky sound, and that's that. So here's another scenario for parking. This one's not a problem for me personally, but I know a lot of people have fear of this parking. So let me just see how Tesla's gonna do it. I think this is more than enough space, but let's see how it handles it. So I think that was perfect, honestly. So I'm not sure why it leaves the steering like this. It should be straight, but at least that's what I like. But let's check here. So we're good. We didn't touch the curb. So a little demo of the app. This is probably one of the best features of the car. You can see here the percentage or the range. You can remotely access the car, lock it, unlock it. You can check the dash cam clips. You can turn on the AC in the summer, cool the car. In the winter, warm it up. You can turn on the heated or ventilated seats. You can see the location where the car is, real-time data, speed it's driving, and so on. Some doesn't really work in Europe. You can maybe pull the car back and forward, but that's it on a closed range. It's a great app if you have a rent-a-car. You can see my car here, so you can have multiple cars in the app. Perfect app. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Type your comment below. How do you like the new Model Y Juniper? And if you want to see the rest of the content, do subscribe and click the bell to get notified when I publish the rest of the videos. And I haven't shared my referral code as much. I actually only got one person that use mine. So if you're about to order a new Y or 3, in the video description there will be referral code, so you can use mine if you want to reward my work for this detailed and hopefully informative video. If you find it informative, also please share it. It will help me a lot with the algorithm. Again, use a referral if you want to reward me. We both get I think it's now Tesla referral code, so you can use it for a supercharger, 3 kilometers. It was like before 500 kilometers, or you can use it for I think it was like you can use it for acceleration boost and stuff like that. But thank you for watching, and I'm not sure if I forgot to mention this. The battery warranty or the drivetrain is 8 years or 192,000 kilometers. That's 150,000 miles, and the whole car has a 4-year warranty or 80,000 kilometers for anything inside and outside. But generally Tesla service was pretty good compared to some legacy service when it comes to any things that should be covered by warranty. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.